This knife costs anywhere from $20 to $25, but not just for this knife. For this knife plus this Lansky field sharpener tool, which has the ability to deal with serrated stuff, curved, serrated. It's got a ceramic basic sharpener right there, and then this is carbide, a little bit more rough, but you get both of these for as little as $20 in the US. This thing is nice. I would pay 20 bucks for this any day. I'd pay 25 bucks for this any day. It's pretty solid. It's part of the Willumsen Urban Tactical line, which is a funny concept, but very honest. You know, most of the folks buying knives like these are not paramilitary or anything. They're just folks like myself who like knives and are collecting them, and you know, might use them for some basic stuff. It's just an interesting knife. Thick handle right here and tapers down. It's all about focusing on the blade itself, which is a nice thick piece of steel. It has a nice cut on it. The only bad thing about this, well, okay, maybe I could say two bad things. The metal isn't the greatest material. I believe it's a 440. It's not going to hold the greatest edge. It took a decent edge, but it doesn't really impress me that much in the way that material moved as I sharpened it up, and the initial edge on it was a little bit steep. This is the other thing. So you're going to see this from where the ball for locking goes across, traverses down to the detent. Also, the reason that you see it is that it has had to kind of polish out that track. It's not like that by default because of the brushing, the longitudinal brushed finish to this. When you first get this, as you open and close it, the ball is going to be running directly at a 90-degree angle at some points across all those little ridges. So it'll be rough. You need to sit there and do this for a little while to kind of cause the ball to polish out that track. Once it has polished it out, you can take a little bit of material out of there, and that's going to be a lot smoother. And now the action is actually quite nice and smooth. There's, like I said, there's plenty of beef to this blade. It's not spring assisted or anything, but a lot of inertia behind it. So with just a little bit of flick, it's going to lock into place really well. This thing feels nice and sturdy. It has an interesting angle to it. It's really angled forward quite aggressively. It's actually going to work pretty decently as a, with a backhanded hold on it, but for just normal holds, it does feel like it's made for slightly smaller hands. Like, I consider myself average size. I mean, a little over 6 foot, but a little bit thin in build, but still feels like this is made for folks a little bit smaller than myself, but I can make it work because there is enough thickness there. And I can definitely get good control with my thumb coming well along the back of the blade. And you get a field sharpener that's almost free. It's almost like a bonus. So yeah, I do recommend this for the price. It's a nice thing to have in a collection.